Oh, go on. Okay, so I think we're live on YouTube. Let me just check. So that was the idea. Go live on YouTube as well and just have a look. Okay, I think that's live. Fantastic. Love it. Okay. So we're live on here, live on YouTube, see if anyone turns up. If not, that's great. So I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing today. Normally I plan. But today I didn't. But what kind of came out of this morning's walk was actually quite interesting. Because at the moment getting flowers, it seems to be a bit of an issue. Oh dear, who knows why. So we've got roses from the garden. This rose here was planted for my mum. This one, the petals are coming off. It's a slightly older bloom. Bloody wasp. Where's it gone? Wasp out. Wasps are infinitely stupid. So yeah. This, hello Smurf. Come on then, come and sit with Mummy. He doesn't like wasps. Doesn't like anything that buzzes, do you? Funny boy. So yeah, this rose was planted for my mum, mainly for the smell, because it's got an amazing smell. But also for the colour of the rose. And this is just incredible. It's amazing. Absolutely. And it's got really big. It's like thick on its trunk now, or trunk, you know what I mean. And yeah, it's got really tall, so it needs pruning back next year so it bushes out more. And then this is a dog rose from my neighbour's rose bush, so I had one for the altar. And then we have a daisy. It's a large daisy, but it is a daisy nonetheless. And also I got some elder as well. And down the front here I've got rose petals and some, so it's wild rose petals, sorry, which are in a heart shape, funny enough. Rose petals from this bloom, and also some honeysuckle. There's an amazing honeysuckle. I was going to say bush, it's more like a hedge. On our walk, and it's amazing. You walk past there and it's just absolutely phenomenal, the smell. So yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. I just knew I wanted to do something. So as I'm going around and I'm collecting, you know, these various bits and pieces, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just kind of letting myself be guided for that. So when I'm sorting out crystals, because we've got Venus crystals and we've got moon crystals on here. So when I was looking at the crystals, I also looked at the flowers and stuff. It is by no accident that dog rose corresponds to Venus, daisy corresponds to Venus and the moon, and elder corresponds to the moon and Venus as well. I'm like, oh my fucksies. You know, so you can't, you know, always listen if you're being guided to, you know, I don't know, collect something for a ritual, or, you know, to even just build, you know, your magic practice. Listen, yeah, because I guarantee you, when you go back later and you know, you might be checking your books or whatever, it'll be there. Boom. Pardon me. So it kind of went from there, really. I wasn't going to do any altar stuff. I was just going to sit in front of the camera, have a chat with people. But yeah, it's turned out to be something else now. So I haven't got this on the YouTube screen, so I can't see any comments. Okay. So if you're commenting on YouTube, I apologise. I can't keep switching back and forth on screens. I don't have, whoops, don't have any assistance with that. Just burning a bit of incense, some Venus and some water. And I've also got some of this amazing, phenomenal resin. Wow. I'll whack a bit of that on there as well. I've lit altar candles just for, I'm not going to cast a circle or anything like that. But I've lit candles on the altar just for, yeah, just because I can. So crystal wise, for Venus, behind the picture, I've got some blue aragonite. Now, blue aragonite associates with Venus because it has copper in there. And copper is an element which corresponds to both water and Venus, because obviously Venus corresponds with water. I've got my amazing carnelian friend here, which is phenomenal. It's an amazing piece, actually. And I still remember the day when I bought this. It was incredible. We got some jade, and we got a piece of white jade at the front there as well. That's white jade, which is an amazing stone to work with. Got a piece of turquoise. Now, proper turquoise will always be expensive. That's why I've got such a tiny piece. I think that was about 20 quid. I've got some emerald here. I've got 3 bits of emerald, which is, you won't be able to see that, it's too small. I have a rose quartz, little rose quartz sphere. Wishy, 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 wishy. Got rose quartz. My first stone I ever bought. And then I have a piece of lapis as well. Some lapis. Love lapis. And then over here we have a moonstone. Moonstone. Love the moonstone. I have a piece of rainbow moonstone. And that does have, it has one very cool rainbow in there. It's not going to show me today. You're not going to show me. You're not going to show me. You shy? No, it's not going to show me. Oh, nearly got it. It's a big rainbow in there, but it's obviously shy today. I have this amazing rutile quartz, amazing healing crystal, and then have my selenite wand, which I bought many years ago. Blimey, that's when I was still kind of beginning my crystal collection. Oh dear. If you do want to, I might be burning some bay leaves, so I've got my bay leaves and my pen ready, just in case. So I'm just going to put just bear with me 1 second, just going to answer a message. Bear with me. That's what happens when you go live. Pollen all over my hand from the elder. It's amazing. Okay, do not disturb. Let's put do not disturb on. Put it on for an hour. Hello, Mr. Nebrona. So if you've never worked with Fortuna or the planet Venus, so this sigil here, this is one for Venus. Obviously I'm not going to tell you what the sigil says, but sigils, I mean, are really easy to make. Just need the right cameo for your planet that you are working with, that particular piece of magic. And there are no rules about how you make your sigil. You can make a sigil and burn it, or you can make sigils that you use over and over again. It's entirely up to you. You know, you can put them on, you can write them on the walls, you can put them anywhere, you can scribe them on your tools. You know, there are no rules about how you use sigils, yeah. And you don't have to use planetary influences or anything like that. You can make your own, be creative with it. I have got a book about using sigil, being really creative with sigils. For me personally, I find it a lot I like doing them this way. It's personal preference, I suppose. I suppose if you're a bit more artistic like Ian, then you know, you could build a whole picture around your sigils, yeah. And they're personal to you as well. I think what I like about doing them this way is that there's a process, there's a definite process involved, which I quite enjoy. I like that. That's just me. You know, it depends really what you're after. So yeah, if you've never worked with planets before, I mean, Venus is a good one to start with. It's one of the first ones I started with. There's I don't know if you can hear in the background. I've got a little soundtrack playing, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, it's Venus sounds. It's also Tom Kenyon's light language, and it's also frequencies. Is that correct?
Palladium.
Hey?
Palladium.
Palladium, yeah. So if you're wondering what the funny noises are in the background, that's what that is. So the really interesting thing actually about working with Venus is that we've encountered the Hathors. This came through the work with Sekhmet as well. So Ian can tell you a bit more about the Hathors if he so desires. But the Hathors were invited to kind of come and observe this realm, this planet. So they are a force for good, and I'm guessing they help kind of shape and guide where it's needed. But what's really interesting is the stuff that has come through since Ian connected with Hathor. So that's Tom Kenyon is the guy who's done a lot of light language around the Hathors. And from that we've created meditation and got some very interesting stuff come through with that meditation. It's quite amazing. It is magic. So yeah, if you want to start working with a planet, then go with Jupiter or Venus to start with, or both, and see how you go. I mean, if you want to work on the particular days, so it's today, Friday is Venus Day, Thursday is Jupiter Day. So, you know.
And we've even worked with Nibiru.
Yeah, we've worked with Nibiru as well, which is the planet that only comes round, well, I don't know how often, no one knows. Yeah.
26,000 years.
Oh, every 26,000 years, yeah. Some might call it the rogue planet, but you know, so it's just a planet. I'm just looking at the thing. There's some interesting stuff going on in the vase.
Well,
I mean,
an anarchy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I started working with Jupiter first off.
That's actually, they talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. So yeah, start with Jupiter, with Venus. Flowers are always good as offerings, as are crystals. Print off pictures of the planets, and just light a candle and kind of bathe in their energy, if you like. We do have some videos actually. Do we have Venus stuff on here on YouTube? It might be. I know there's definitely Jupiter stuff on here on the YouTube channel. So go and check out those videos, because there are different ways you can use Jupiter. Venus as well, different ways you can use Venus energy. You can use it to build friendships with family, or just with people in general. You can use it as well if you know, with your creativity. So whether you're writing music, poetry, or just writing, you know, however you are creative, you can use the energy of Venus to kind of bring that forward, if you like. And it's also obviously the energy of universal love. So if you want to attract your ideal partner, do it on a Friday, or do it on a Thursday, because that's what I do. And you can use rose quartz to help with that as well. Oh, I forgot to tell you, there's an amazing piece of quartz here. This is an amazing piece of diamante quartz. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. Lovely, darling. So yeah, just put a little bit more incense on. you know, work with the planets, because they are, well, they are you, essentially. You are them, they are you. So all you're really doing is utilising parts of you that you wouldn't normally, you know, think about, if you like, when you're tapping into the energy of those planets, because they are you, as much as, you know, you are you, if you like. It's also a new moon today, and it's quite a big new moon, actually. So the moon went from dark yesterday, which was 0 illumination, so it was a proper dark moon. There was also a solar eclipse, so boom energy, yeah. It was also in Gemini, apparently, which was why we did the tarot last night. And it's gone from 0 yesterday to, I think it was 1.8% or something illumination. Let me just check on my, it's a very cool app, actually. Now that's mad, because yesterday it was oh, that's really bizarre. Yesterday it was saying 1.8% illumination, which was a big jump from 0. So it's a new moon today as well, which is why I thought I'd do some burning of bay leaves. So we're going to do that a bit later on. Just have a look and see. No, that's all good. Okay. Zoom. Right. So what I think we're going to do, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Fortuna, actually. And then I think after that we're going to make some magic happen. Yes. We're going to burn some bay leaves. So on the altar over there, because it's Fortuna, because today is a feast of Fortuna, but it's also Friday, Venus. And I just thought I'd bring them together because we've been working with, you know, that energy. Oh, a really good way actually to connect with the planets by using the planet sounds. So you can go on YouTube and just type in sounds of Venus or sounds of Jupiter or sounds of whatever planet, and what they do is they take it's like X-rays and all that kind of energy that's coming off that planet, and then they transpose it into musical notes. It's amazing. So you can connect with them that way. I suppose we've been working with Fortuna. This will be the 3rd year, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is the 3rd year we've been working with Fortuna.
Well, we discovered her in the Borgias, didn't we?
Was it the Borgias?
Mm-hmm.
The series, the Borgias. I mean, I'd heard of Fortuna before from the Carl Orff, Carmina Burana, but never really thought about it much. But yeah, the Romans, whoa, they revered Fortuna, and if they were about to go and do something, they would ask for her blessing. So she is a Roman goddess of different things. She's a goddess of the moon, the full moon. She's she's also the goddess of abundance, and her symbol is the cornucopia. Yeah. She's also the goddess of the wheel of fate, or the wheel of fortune, however you want to see that. So in that respect, she is like Ariane Rod. the Celtic deity of moon, of death and rebirth. She's a psychopomp and everything else. Amazing deity to work with. If you haven't, go and look her up. She's amazing. And Fortuna also is the goddess, if you like, of the rudder. So it's the steering of your path, yeah. Steering of yourself on your path. So another one of her symbols is the rudder. And obviously any tarot card that has the wheel on it. So on my altar up there right now, I've got 4 cards from 4 different decks that have got the wheel on. The wheel of fortune. There is another symbol of hers. Oh, there are coins, actually. There are coins with her image stamped on them, Roman coins. Hard to come by. And
I think we got some.
no, we don't actually, because when I looked, they were stupidly expensive, ridiculously expensive. And one of our students, one of my friends, she managed to get hold of, I think it was 1 or 2 last year, but they've gone stupid in price this year because they're made of silver. So at the moment, people are buying a lot of silver, so they've put the prices up, which is bonkers. So other stuff we've got on the altar over there is a piece that we found this on our marsh book actually. It's a rock which is unlike any other piece of rock that's on the marshes because it's got quartz in it. It's a white stone and it's got loads of quartz in it because it shines, it glints. And yeah, that was found about a month ago.
Yeah, right on my path.
On the marshes, it was right on our path, and Ian's like, "What is that?" And yeah, it's a white stone with quartz in it.
Well, it's passing time.
No, it's okay, babe. So that was obviously because we found it on the day and we were going to be doing work with Fortuna, so it's like, okay, so this is her stone. And it's amazing. So I have offerings up there as well of some cake I made the other day with a bit of honey, and then some drink as well.
And that's the way that we found it, it's itchy. Because it was right in my path.
Yeah, it was right in your path.
And I get things like that. The last thing before that was, I found some butterfly wings. Did you say those butterfly wings?
Yeah, I put them on the earth altar with Arwen and Rhiannon.
Which is right in my path. Just super random.
Yeah, just random butterfly wings we found yesterday.
What, moth wings?
Or moth wings. Yeah, just randomly there.
Separate.
With nothing else, just the wings. It's like, that's very strange. And they're very different looking wings as well. But they are actual wings of a moth. It's mad.
My coat just comes to mind. My raincoat, which was in my path.
Yeah.
I was asking for. I was going to get one for my birthday last year, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Raincoat, and we went walking and it was right in my path. Literally in my path. A brand new raincoat.
Yeah, brand new raincoat.
Just
I think it's an under armour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and it was brand new.
But it wasn't scrunched up in the path.
No?
It was laid out on the path. So we had to. Well, we couldn't have even walked around it. It was there on the path. So if you get stuff like appear as you're walking your path, That's yours. That's for you. That's Fortuna.
And I was asking for a raincoat, wasn't I? So
Yeah,
that's why
he
I
was.
it.
Ian was asking for a very lightweight raincoat for the summer, and it was literally, we walked around the corner and there it was. It was quite interesting how that happened. So yeah, if you get stuff that just appears on your path, then don't ignore it.
And I get that a lot.
Mm. Yes, we do, don't we?
I get people just appear in my path, but some people that have met recently.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Fortuna, she's obviously when you spill the Wheel of Fortune, when you spin the Wheel of Fortune, even, you know, it could go one way or the other. But you know, if you are generous with your offerings to Fortuna, you know, she is a being who is powerful enough to steer the rudder. Yeah. So yeah, always when you're making offerings, just be as generous as you can. Yeah. I mean, is there anything you'd like to add in about Fortuna?
I think there's an element of many gamblers use Fortuna a lot.
Yeah.
They petition Fortuna. But it's an interesting deity to work with in the sense of there's that element of gamble.
Chance. Yeah. Definitely. Is there anything you'd like to add about the Hathors? Because you've kind of worked with them more than I have, because I'm more Sekhmet.
Yeah, they're my yeah, they've kind of got what I'll call like a path you can follow. That's right. And it's a very beautiful path. It's very Venetian. And it's by that judge that, you know, Venus, the goddess of love, is a Venetian. Everything around that particular planet is all about love and hearts. And it's one of the in the plastic world, I always find it quite interesting when you see obscure deities like Fortuna, when they appear in the mainstream.
Yeah, definitely.
I always find that quite fascinating. Like for example, Valentine's Day is a day of it's a one day of celebration of Venus. But it's mainstream.
Yes.
So everybody's practicing paganism in that particular day. It's about hedonistic practice.
Yeah.
The enjoyment of love. Especially.
Yeah.
Through poetry, artwork. That's very much encouraged for that period. Basically, it's a day of creating space. It's space where you can.
Heart space.
So I always find that quite fascinating. Hathors sort of are there in the mainstream, also at the same time they're very obscure. No one's ever heard of the Hathors. Everyone celebrates the Hathors Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So actually, a really nice thing you could do on a Friday is you could run a bath with some Dead Sea salt, and then sprinkle rose petals in your bath. That would be. Add some rose oil, you know, whatever you've got, or a bit of ylang ylang, or if you make your own elemental oils, you could make one for Venus, or you could make one the water for the water element, or you could make a specific one for Hathor. Yeah. So there are so many ways that you can tap into that energy.
Yeah, I suppose like other ways that they come through like on things like Mother's Day, that would be Happy Day.
Yeah,
So
Mother's Day, yeah.
Of life. Father's Day would be around your birthday would be because you're celebrating.
Yeah, yeah.
So they come through in different ways where we don't really sort of recognise the Hathor as being the deity that over precedes that particular celebration. So if it's a birthday, we just know to buy presents and we just know to get the space.
Yeah.
For the person's birthday, we might have a party, a party celebration. And what's always common denominator of those things when you're interacting on those particular days, you want a day that's nice.
Yeah. A lovely day.
Yeah, a lovely day. I want to have a lovely Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always about when we get that person to feel like they're in bliss.
Yeah. Yeah, the bliss state, which is your natural state. And I know I've said this many times before. But that is your natural state. There's no getting away from that, really.
I think it's quite easy to work with them in the sense of the natural things that make you feel good, like self-development.
Yeah, doing the things that you love. Doing the things that you love.
When you're working with the Hathors, I know come. Hathors always come on a positive vibe, so if you're being positive, you're giving it that vibe, so then the energy can come.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not of that planet, they're taking up residence in it.
Yeah.
Just the planet that I like. That's according to some kingdom.
Yeah.
So there would be two separate entities. There would be the Hathors and there would be the Venetians.
Yeah.
That's how I would say it.
Okay.
There must be the local indigenous people.
Yeah.
The Venetians.
Yeah.
And then the Hathors who just like that planet or on that planet. Venetians always seem to be quite tall. They always seem to feel like a green colour.
Yeah.
And always kind of very vaguely, I don't know if that makes sense, they're very mystical.
Okay.
Like they're sort of there, then not there.
Oh, so they are like the mist.
Yeah, sort of like something like
etheric. Oh, they whisper.
Okay.
Ah, they whisper. There we go.
Leonardo painted the rising, what's it called? Painting. The rising, Venus rising.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, she's on a seashell.
Okay.
She's rising.
Cool.
I'll show you afterwards.
Yeah. Henry cooking.
So yeah, I mean, it's. I think this is the thing about magic. It's kind of it's personal and it's creative. So you don't really want to get bogged down in the oh, you've got to do it this way. It's where you should be in your natural self. It's one of the things about I suppose the thing we've been talking about in relation to Fortuna is when you learn a skill or you're experiencing something, it's got to sit right with you. So one person's roller coaster is a fantastic day out and lots of fun.
Yeah, but it might not be your roller coaster.
Another person's roller coaster could be an absolute nightmare because you just like
roller coasters. Yeah, I don't like roller coasters myself.
Two very different experiences. So generally, a person who doesn't like roller coasters won't really go and seek that experience. Whereas someone who does like roller coasters will go and seek that experience. And that's very much the same with the deities that we work with.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to resonate with you.
Because you procure that personal experience. Very much like the different experiences people have had during this energy spell that was created.
Yeah.
The energy of the Witchcraft. So it's a very natural way of being. I mean, working with the half-light energy is, you just basically don't have to participate in that low frequency. So it's the ideal, I think, time to connect with black holes during the aquarial age.
Yes. Which is all about the heart. So
you can very easily move over to the half-hours. And they are very much the kind of, they're not deities, but they are certainly species of people, entities that resonate in the aquarian age, whereas like other deities who are resonate in the Piscean age. That will build circles, they will become relevant.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah. In the great cycle.
In the great cycle, yeah. Very much like if you look at the different cultures and who they worked with. I'm sure there's people that work with Kukulkan.
Kukulkan, yeah.
But not like they did during the Aztec era.
Mayan Aztec.
That's a cycle, isn't it? They don't have they're not building great cities anymore.
Yeah.
Doing their Kukulkan stuff. I'm sure there's people in it actually that work with people. Not like they did. So that's a cycle that is it's not in full. Not in that
part of the cycle anymore.
Yeah, it's same with the Egyptians, during Egyptian era, that was full blown. You can see that was full blown in the architecture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the temples that were built all over the place, all over Egypt, same in Rome, same in classical Greece. So we can say that in fact it's in mainstream society and also ancient society. It's kind of a circle of working with particular. Like for example, there's not many people that petition. Was it Mother, the Sumerian god,
Mordok.
Yeah,
Mordok.
Yeah,
Mordok.
I think it's Mordok. One of the brothers.
Thank you.
Anunnaki, and there's I don't know of any Sumerian schools that, any mystery schools that call it full-time practice of working with the Sumerian deities. But, they may well be, I don't know, I've never come across them.
Yeah.
The only place I've come across them is in the Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon. I think that's a really common. What's his name? No, like working with something like Babylon. The Tower.
Oh, the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, working with the Tower of Babel, for example. I mean, people working that. If you're working with it, if you're really going to be working with it, if you're a historian or if you're
an archaeologist or something,
and a conspiracy theorist as well. That's the three main areas where it manifests itself at the moment. Does it manifest itself in ritual? Possibly. I've never come across a meditation to go to the Tower of Babel and to experience it. Interesting something. Maybe out there, like a great meditation for that.
Yeah.
Be very cool. I'm sure we'll participate in it. So these things are there. So yeah, the Hathors, they have their parts everywhere. You always see that appearing. Like in roses,
yeah, these amazing dog roses. Wild roses, sorry. Come in a heart shape. How cool is that? Which is why we collected the fallen, because it's been quite windy, so there were quite a lot of petals just hanging around in the rose bush. So we collected them.
There is a carving from Hathor. I think it is in Sumerian. It's got that unusual vulcan ears.
Oh wow, they have vulcan ears.
Yeah, and they're like a very Egyptian type of dress.
Yeah.
Babylonian type of dress. Colours, we've got the pink.
Amazing pink.
Pinks.
This very light blue. It's very light blue, which is a healing colour.
Rose quartz is a good colour for the Hathors.
Gold as well. They like gold, don't they?
Yeah. I think that ritual, if you're going to do a ritual, you probably want something that then gets laughter and celebration.
Yes.
They're very much they're very much the sort of Teletubbies of the deity world.
Yeah,
they're not a deity.
Yeah.
You kind of get one.
Yeah.
They don't.
They giggle a lot.
Yeah, they don't. They're almost fairy-like. They're not fairies, but they're almost like that.
Kind of cheeky.
Well, just their natural persona is one of universal love, because they're a representation of that. So they're very innocent. They don't do anything but universal love.
Yeah.
Or they don't do anything without that touch.
Yeah.
And when they're with you, that's kind of what the energy you're sitting in. And they alchemize it. That's basically what they're teaching you when you're coming from the movement from the top.
From the head
all
to
about
the heart.
High magic is all about top heavy. It's about what we know. All about reading the knowledge. And you see that in magical, so like coming back to Fortuna. But the great thing about Fortuna is that she's what I would call an action deity. You go and do something with a particular magic work that you're using. So you'll go and use it in gambling or using, in regards to the Borgias, they used it in their Fortuna through taking chances, for example.
Yeah.
One particular Borgia. So he was always spinning the dice. So dice would represent.
Yes, dice. I have from my RPG days many years ago. I have a 20-sided dice. So yeah, dice are a really good divination tool.
Yeah, divination would all represent Fortuna.
Yeah.
Those weird balls that you.
An 8 ball. Yeah.
Ball would represent the
coin toss. Very Fortuna. Especially if it's a silver coin, especially if it's one that's got a image on it. That'd be an amazing divination tool.
So, for example, a lot of modern sports stadiums and whatever sport is played, they're usually diamond shaped, made of a Fortuna at the main entrance, which gamblers would have touched to bet on the team that they're representing, or the player that they're representing. But all stadium is based on that very original stadium of Colosseum. Yeah. But the thing about the Colosseum, you don't see the Fortuna there. Not that I'm aware of it. But it would have been, there's a deity there. It's more likely to have been Fortuna. She was to sway the fortune. In those days, gladiators. Today, it's different kinds of sports, male, female, mixture. But generally, the cults are that basic Roman Colosseum, like the big sports. It's like a specific bit, not like gym, like that. And that sort of local ground, those sorts of things. So it's there in their strings. You just have to have a kind of a critical eye to.
And a curiosity. Definitely.
Like for example, like Athena. They used to, I don't know if they exist now, but there was I think there was a card company called Athena. And
they did like posters and cards and things like that.
So that's a representation of a deity in classical Greece, which is then been put on the front of the shop, which was sending cars and places. I always remember that because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And what does that represent? Athena?
Supposed to be the goddess of love, but she's a little bit vengeful. So yeah, she's
So it would make sense, wouldn't it?
She's not really universal love. It's quite funny that way.
But anyway, all the point was is that it's in mainstream.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a great tool which is the simple mysticism. Then to take that and then think, well, where else in mainstream you can see these names pop up?
Yeah.
Within, and how it's used. Yeah, I mean, it's quite fascinating. But I think it was on UK Film, and Rishi Sunak named his company. It wasn't quite the name, but it was close to a deity's name.
Well, I can't remember, babe.
Oh, what's
I thought it was named after one of the orders that Crowley used to be.
Yeah, it might have been. All the point I'm making is you see it.
Yes.
You see it.
Yeah.
What I'm basically saying is, when these things are not obscure, they're out in the
out in the open.
Mainstream. I'm not talking about in your local pop video. I'm talking about. It's like okay, so here's a very good example. The little woods that we've got around the corner, we've been into for ages, is called what?
The Enchanted Woods. There you go.
Out in the open.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
The local the dark wood. And you see these little bits and pieces all the time. Like one would be working, if you want to go and see a piece of Egypt, that is an actual working tool.
Yes, that would be the
obelisk.
Yeah, the obelisk up in London.
And who's the obelisk next to? Westminster. Who's next to Westminster?
Boudica.
Yeah, all along that thing. Because that obelisk is what? 5-minute walk from Westminster?
Yeah, it's not far at all.
So why is it erected there? Why isn't it erected? I don't know, somewhere you could put that. When you think about it, it's off on the river.
Yes, water being a very potent magical tool.
It's very. Look at this there.
Yeah.
It's very. It's like a monument, isn't it? It's not of any importance. Really, it's almost you can walk by it and you couldn't walk by it because it's so bloody big.
But a lot of people just walk past it. Yeah.
For something like that, you would erect in a very prominent place where everybody could access it, or at this piece of ancient Egyptian technology. But it's not. When you think about it, if you go to something like the British Museum or something, they're very. You mustn't touch the. If it's going to be erected anywhere, in the courtyard, it would be erected there as one of their pieces. No, it's not. It's erected right next to Westminster. So they're channeling that power in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. So they're using magic clearly, but it's not obvious. It's not. Because it is about not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes. It's about 3 minutes looking at most of that open. Yeah. And you're right on top of Westminster. Is there any other obelisk around in London? Not aware of. Yeah. Not the original one. That's an original one. It is an original one. Yes, it is. So it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing whether you're seeking mysticism through words that you might hear in mainstream to actual artifacts that are being used. Where things are positioned in the world. And when you can tap into that energy. And that's a great thing in London. I mean, there's a few of those. I think there's one in France as well. But, you can go up to London, you could sit around that obelisk, and you could charge your crystals, you could
Yeah,
petition.
well, you could do magic work there.
Petition, and it's pretty easy to do because there's not many people around it.
Mm.
Very easily accessible as well.
Yeah. Neat. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a very short meditation to connect to your heart wisdom. And then we're going to burn some bay leaves. So with the burning of the bay leaves, because it's a new moon, this is your intention moving forward. Yeah. So that can be an intention that, you know, just spans from now till the full moon. It can be a kind of short intention, if you like. Or you can do it in a way where it might be a journey that's going to take a little while, and this is the first step of that journey. Yeah, it's entirely up to you how you want to do this. So, I need to burn more incense. Burn a little bit on there. A bit more.
Nothing to do with happiness, just do what Angie's doing, which is where
Yeah,
pink.
we're in pink today. Amazing pink.
And that essentially changes your energy.
Mm. Yeah, color therapy is very powerful. Very powerful. Yeah. Okay, so get yourselves comfy. We're going to place the left hand over your heart center. And then with the right hand, we're going to come into Yana Mudra, which is the mudra for wisdom. So we're tapping heart wisdom, literally. Yeah. So just closing the eyes.
I was just going to say, just before you start, that you can, if you want to connect strong, predominantly to Venus, you can do it because they're associated with Egypt and Tibet. Association.
So I don't know if you heard that, they're associated with Egypt, but Tibet as well, the Hathors, okay? So you can connect to them, yeah, those two ways as well. Okay, so closing the eyes, make sure you're comfortable. So if you want to imagine a color at your heart center, green or pink or both. While we're doing this, you might feel tingling in your left hand. You might feel warmth in your left hand, or it might feel cool, okay? So good. So we're just normal breathing here. So let your breath drop into your belly. So just normal breath. And what you can do is you can actually hold your focus at your heart center. So we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. So this is also a really good meditation to do. If you feel like you're about to say or do something that is not coming from your heart center, what this will do is it will just calm that energy down and bring you back to that heart space. Okay. Just normal breathing in and out.
That's still not changed. Not changed.
So last few seconds here. Okay. So just going to rub the hands together. You place the hands over the eyes, calming. Release. Okay, so we're going to burn some bay leaves, setting our intentions. Our intention for this coming waxing moon. Free there for a minute. Light my candle. So when you're burning your bay leaves, always make sure you're placing them into a heat-proof container. I love my cauldron. That's what I use. Okay. So write on your bay leaf with a pen that you can, that will actually write on a bay leaf. And then we're going to burn them as we go. So I'm going to write on them and burn them as we go. Okay. So because we've just done this meditation, connecting to the heart, you know, your intentions will reflect that. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. There we go.
I think that was a Fortuna thing, the cultural, wasn't it? Because I got that. Big one.
Yeah, this big cauldron here that I'm using, Ian bought that for me when he was up in London one day.
And the money I got, I was given money for the work I was doing on that particular day.
Yeah.
Which was taking the person to the hospital. Because they said, would you like some money? And I said, well, I actually said, no, it's okay, it's fine. And then we went into the medical shop up in London. Yeah, that was in there. And I thought, oh. And then that person said, oh, if you want, you can have it.
Yeah.
I'll pick it. How much is it? I think it's £30. It's bulky.
Yeah.
always good idea is to have a wonderful pen to write with. Some favourite pen. So it's got to be able to write on baby.
Right, I think this is the last one. Good. Okay.
I mean, the last bit I would say about Hathors is when Diana, the Princess of Wales, works with Hathor energy, she was attacked by people. Maybe not necessarily physically, but certainly she was separate from the royals at the time. She was nothing like they were. And they named, well, society, the British society, named her the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's a little bit of undoing of her because they kind of sort of said it's a bit empty. But that's a very low frequency energy that was attacking her. So she really took to that. She really liked the idea that she wanted to do, use her position to make a difference. And she did, well, out of all the royals, I don't particularly like them or dislike them.
Yeah.
But she stands out as a royal that on the part with Elizabeth, or even some historical, so you go, wow, that's pretty powerful people. She stands out in that way. But in this Queen of Hearts thing, I think that's quite an amazing achievement for someone in such an insidious organisation.
Yeah.
Well, insidious organisation, and then you end up being called Queen of Hearts. It's quite amazing.
Sure. Okay. I think we'll end it there. We've been here an hour and a quarter.
Things to do, people to see.
Indeed. So yeah, if you have any questions about working with any of these energies, Fortuna, I've got Sekhmet is on the altar. She always oversees everything anyway. So Fortuna, whether it's working with the moon or Venus, comment below.
And bearing in mind when you're working with these deities, that if you're reading something in a book, so it's quite a good guide. It can only really work for that person in that book.
Yes.
So you can use that as a guide, but you've then got to create the magic for yourself. This is just I think this is just the nature of magic, that for it to work, it's got to metamorphosize.
Always very personal to you. Always.
Because magic doesn't work. I don't think it works in rules.
No, there are no rules in magic. I mean, there are certain things that are
Guides.
Almost absolutes, like working with shins or deer seal, for example. And obviously using nature that is outside of your home as a guide, that's pretty standard. So yeah, these things are only ever a guide. It's not bogged down in dogma, which is why we love what we do, because there's no fixed way of doing something. Yeah, you've got all the links below for free stuff that we give away, for courses that we do, websites, platforms that we're on. Go check us out on Telegram, because I've now actually created a proper group. I think the link's in the description below. So yeah, come and check us out. Come and check out what we do, who we are. Yeah, I've quite enjoyed myself this afternoon. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video. And like I say, if you have any questions, please comment below. Or come and ask questions in our Telegram group. We're also on MeWe. But personally, I prefer Telegram. Yeah. Any last words, Mr. Nirvana?
No, we do, what's happening basically?
Well, we're always doing stuff. We're always doing stuff. So let me just go to our website and I will tell you what we're doing. Go. crystalsrockearth.weebly.com. I am actually it's going to be launching in September, fingers crossed, because there's still quite a bit of work to do on the website, on the shop, which isn't there yet, but it will be. But obviously it takes a while to get these things up and going. But I plan to have the shop ready in September. And also, if you know that Ian writes children's stories, we are planning on actually having physical books available. Hell yeah. And also, the Torat are finished. They've just got to be edited, and then there'll be a sale in the shop as well. Okay, so other events coming up this month on the 15th of June. It'll be something similar to this for the Sun Festival. So I'm going to have Sekhmet will be there, Lou will be there, and probably Brid as well. And I think we'll probably do some drawing down of the sun on that day. And that's in Zoom. That's on crystalsrockearth.weebly.com. Go to online events and all the details are there. That's in Zoom, streamed to YouTube. Okay. The 20th of June, I'm going to be doing a Midsummer Solstice talk at 3 o'clock. That will be on Zoom, streamed to YouTube. 21st will be Midsummer Solstice Ritual, which will be in Zoom. 22nd, I'm going to be doing crystal readings as part of the Midsummer Solstice Magic, because the veil is thin, you know, at the Midsummer Solstice. 28th of June at 6 p.m, not 8 p.m, like I got wrong last month, will be the Healing Circle, and that's in Zoom. And I don't publish that because, or I don't publish the Q&A afterwards. And that will be meditation with drumming. I'm not sure what I meant by that, but I'm sure by then I'll figure that out. So it's not drum circle, it's meditation with drumming. So yeah, that's what that is. That is it for June events. Obviously, if you are a student, we also have the moot every 3 weeks. You'll be getting emails about that. And if you are doing the Sekhmet healing work, the Sekhmet Healing Circle, I've changed the way we're doing that. It's now every... I think it's the last Sunday of every month, I think. But again, if you are on that mailing list, you will be getting those details in an email. Okay, so join us for, you know, what we do. Go and check out the links below. Share the video, don't share the video, like it, don't like it. It's really none of our business. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. click the bell and click all notifications, and then whenever we upload a video or we go live, you will get a notification about it. I think that's it. So
I suppose I just finish on that note of why it's important to practice magic, because magic is being practiced against you.
Speak up a bit, babe.
Quite good to speak up.
It's important to practice magic because they are always using it, yeah, and not in good ways. So if you hone your magical skills, this is the main one, yeah. That's what our advanced witchcraft is all about, the mind magic. Hone your craft, yeah, hone your magical skills. What?
Everything is magic.
Yeah, because everything is magic. Okay, so we're going to go. I'm going to say be fearless and stay witchy, and we shall see you in our other events. Blessings.